Tom, a fresh-faced graduate in his early 20s, stands in front of a towering office building in New York City. His heart races as he adjusts his tie, gazing up at the sleek, glass facade of the brokerage firm where his dreams are about to take shape. Tom is tall, with brown hair and green eyes, but otherwise, he's the kind of person who blends into the crowd. He's driven by ambition, the stories of Wall Street riches playing like a loop in his mind. He's newly married, and he and his wife have taken a leap of faith, moving across states so he could chase his dreams. As Tom steps into the lobby, the weight of his decision feels heavy. But today, it's all about the interview. The firm is a fortress of power, a stark, colorless maze of cubicles where every desk looks the same, devoid of personality, a testament to the seriousness of the work done here. Tom nails the interview, impressing his would-be boss, Simone, a woman with a reputation that precedes her. She's a lioness, feared by many, respected by few, and she radiates both power and danger. That night, Tom and his wife celebrate in their modest apartment. The phone rings, he's got the job. Tom is ecstatic, but little does he know that this moment of triumph marks the beginning of his descent. The next day, Tom is nervous but excited. His wife's encouragement gives him the strength he needs as he steps into the firm, greeted by the sterile, corporate environment. It's here that he meets Simone, the woman who will shape his fate. Simone, in her early 30s, is 5 feet 5 inches, slim with curves that she showcases with a wardrobe that commands attention. She's not just a boss, she's a force of nature, a predator in heels. The men at the firm steer clear of her, intimidated by her power and the ruthless way she wields it. The women see her as a beacon of strength, someone who has clawed her way to the top and takes no prisoners. Simone gives Tom a brief tour of the office before showing him to his desk. 10 minutes to get settled, she says, and then we're going for coffee. I like to know who I'm working with. What Tom doesn't realize is that Simone's interest isn't casual, it's calculated. This is where the game begins. At the cafe, Simone subtly seduces Tom, using her charms to put him at ease. She lets her legs show just enough, her neckline dipping to catch his eye. Tom, though nervous, starts to open up about his life, his dreams, his devotion to his wife. Simone listens, storing every detail. She's a master manipulator, weaving a web around Tom without him even realizing it. This is how she operates, getting people to do what she wants while taking what she desires. 2 weeks pass, and Tom is thriving. He's doing well at his job, and Simone frequently praises his work. He feels like he's finally on the path to success. But then, one evening, as the office empties out, Simone stops by Tom's desk. It's almost 8 p.m., and she invites him out for drinks. Tom hesitates but agrees, not wanting to offend his boss. He calls his wife to let her know, feeling a pang of guilt but brushing it aside. The bar they go to is a world apart from anything Tom has known, classy, exclusive, the kind of place where deals are made and secrets are shared. Simone is already at a table when he arrives, a drink waiting for him. The night wears on, and Tom begins to feel the effects of the alcohol. The realization hits him like a freight train, Simone is making moves on him. Her hand is on his, her gaze intense. Tom pulls away, startled, and reminds her that he's married. Simone's eyes flash with anger, a coldness settling over her that chills Tom to the bone. He excuses himself, feeling ashamed for not recognizing her intentions sooner. At home, Tom confesses everything to his wife. She's furious but more so, she's worried. She warns him about women like Simone and insists that he should find another job. Tom agrees, planning to hand in his resignation the next morning. The next day, Tom walks into the office with a sense of dread. He heads straight to HR and hands over his resignation. He doesn't give details, just says the position isn't for him. But as he turns to leave, the HR manager motions to someone behind him. Tom feels a wave of panic as he hears the door open and Simone's voice fills the room. She hands a folder to the HR manager, who opens it and turns it toward Tom. The blood drains from Tom's face. The folder contains a report with his name on it, analyzing data that only someone with insider knowledge could have provided. The HR manager accuses him of insider trading, explaining that the firm acted on this information, placing them at significant legal risk. Tom recognizes the company name. It was Simone who had given him the information, but he has no way to prove it. The walls close in on him as the weight of what's happening becomes too much. He faints. Tom wakes up in a hospital bed, his wife by his side, her eyes red from crying. He's groggy, confused. She tells him that he fainted at work and was rushed to the hospital. But there's more. 2 men in suits enter the room. They introduce themselves as federal agents. Tom is under arrest for insider trading. He breaks down, the reality of his situation crashing over him like a tidal wave. Simone, meanwhile, arrives at work the next day without a care in the world. She's gotten rid of what she saw as a problem, Tom. She sits at her desk, calm and composed, as if nothing happened. Tom's fierce defense in court is in vain. The evidence, fabricated or not, is too damning. He's sentenced to federal prison. Simone remains untouchable, her status unchallenged, her power secure. Tom's life is ruined, all because he crossed paths with a lioness who always gets what she wants. The story ends with a shot of Tom, now in a prison jumpsuit, looking out from behind bars, his dreams shattered. The final scene shifts back to Simone, standing by her office window, gazing out at the city she dominates. The message is clear: in the ruthless world of finance, it's the predators who survive, while the prey is left to pick up the pieces, if they can.